The San Francisco 49ers enter Week 3 of the NFL season carrying both momentum and uncertainty, as the franchise and its passionate fan base eagerly watch whether Brock Purdy can continue to anchor the offense effectively in the absence of several key stars. And this matchup has become one of the most intriguing storylines across the league. Because while the Niners remain a powerhouse team on paper with talent stacked across both sides of the ball, injuries and roster adjustments have left fans and analysts debating whether their young quarterback is ready to handle the pressure without the full arsenal of weapons he usually has at his disposal. And to truly grasp the magnitude of this moment, it's important to reflect on Purdy's rise, his leadership qualities, and the challenges San Francisco faces against a Cardinals team eager to play spoiler, as Purdy's journey from Mr. Irrelevant as the final pick of the draft to the starting quarterback of a Super Bowl contender has been nothing short of remarkable, and his poise in the pocket, ability to extend plays, and knack for making smart reads have quickly won over teammates and coaches. But now the real test arrives, because with stars like George Kittle dealing with lingering injuries and Aiyuk limited in practice, the offensive scheme will demand adaptability, precision, and resilience. So the question becomes whether Purdy can elevate the supporting cast of depth players while maintaining the offensive rhythm that has made San Francisco so lethal in recent years. And this week's preview is more than just about stats. It's about whether Purdy can seize leadership responsibilities in the huddle, maintain composure under relentless pressure, and prove to both fans and doubters that the Niners' Super Bowl aspirations are still alive even without all their headline stars. And one cannot overlook the risk of head coach Kyle Shanahan in this equation, because Shanahan's offensive genius has often been the X factor in the 49ers' success, designing plays that maximize mismatches, disguise weaknesses, and put quarterbacks in favorable positions. And with Purdy, Shanahan has shown confidence in tailoring the playbook to his strengths. But now the strategy becomes more complex, as the Cardinals' defense will certainly key in on Christian McCaffrey, the most explosive weapon still fully healthy and active, which means Purdy must find ways to keep the ball moving through intermediate passes, play-action fakes, and smart checkdowns. And if the offensive line can provide a clean pocket, Purdy's efficiency in quick-release situations will be crucial to prevent unnecessary sacks and turnovers. But the narrative isn't only about offense, because the 49ers defense has long been the backbone of the team and continues to rank among the most feared units in the league, with Nick Bosa anchoring the pass rush. G's rush, Fred Warner commanding the linebacking core, and a secondary that has shown steady improvement, yet without complementary offensive production, even the best defenses can wear down over 4 quarters, so the balance between Purdy's leadership and defensive dominance will likely dictate the outcome of this game. And speaking of the Cardinals, their rebuilding roster may not strike fear the way divisional rivals like the Rams or Seahawks do, but divisional games in the NFL are notoriously unpredictable, and Arizona will certainly relish the opportunity to catch San Francisco vulnerable without its full strength, testing the depth, conditioning, and willpower of the Niners. And for Purdy, this becomes an audition of sorts, a chance to show that he is not just a system quarterback benefiting from elite playmakers, but a true franchise leader who can carry a team when circumstances demand. And leadership at the quarterback position is not simply about throwing touchdowns. It's about inspiring confidence in teammates, managing the pace of the game, recognizing defensive disguises, and adjusting on the fly when the scripted plays break down. And this week, Purdy will likely need to embody all of those traits, especially in critical red zone situations where the Niners have occasionally struggled in recent seasons. So fans will be watching closely to see if he can finish drives with points instead of field goals, because those small details often decide tight games. games. And while optimism surrounds San Francisco because of their track record and Shanahan's system, the tension of missing key stars brings genuine concern, yet it also provides an opportunity for unsung heroes to step up, names that may not appear on headlines but can shift the outcome with clutch performances. And this is the essence of football, where depth matters, next man up culture is tested, and young players earn their place in franchise lore. And looking beyond this week, the implications of Purdy's performance are enormous because the 49ers' schedule doesn't get easier, and sustaining early season momentum is critical for playoff seeding. So if Purdy can guide the team to victory under these conditions, it builds trust not only within the locker room but across the league, strengthening the perception that San Francisco is a legitimate Super Bowl contender regardless of adversity. But if he falters, even slightly, critics will begin to question whether his rise was circumstantial, and the Niners can truly rely on him when the postseason pressure intensifies, making this Week 3 matchup a proving ground in every sense. And the psychology of the team will be shaped by this game as well, since players feed off the confidence and poise of their quarterback. And if Purdy can project calm and determination, it cascades through the roster, whereas doubt or hesitation can magnify the absence of stars. And in football, where emotional momentum often rivals physical dominance, that must. Inset matters deeply, and this preview of Week 3 therefore revolves around more than numbers. It is about resilience, adaptability, leadership, and the essence of why fans love the sport. Watching how individuals rise when tested, how teams redefine themselves in the face of setbacks, and how narratives are rewritten in real time. And by Sunday's final whistle, we will know more about Purdy's evolution, the durability of the 49ers championship window, and the strength of Shanahan's coaching brilliance. Lions, making this game not just another divisional clash, but a chapter in the ongoing saga of whether San Francisco can capture the Lombardi Trophy in this era. And as we prepare for kickoff, the question still lingers in the minds of fans across the Bay Area and beyond. Can Brock Purdy truly lead without his key stars? And will this week serve as the moment he cements himself not just as a placeholder quarterback, but as the face of the franchise's future?